Alrighty guys, 1.18, it's here. Yeah, 21w37a is the snapshot. Ooh, little glitchy for me right now. I am loading a lot of chunks, so yeah. But oh my goodness guys, this is awesome. Like, I did break some blocks, that's why they're sitting there. But this is so cool. This is one of the new, what is it? Something peaks? Lofty peaks, that's what it was. Yeah, lofty peaks. And this is so cool. Like, what are we at? We are at 168. So not like the highest in the world, but I mean, you've got a village right. Whoa, interesting. So I cannot move forward while looking through the spyglass. Wonder if that's a new thing. I do not know. Anyways, but this is really cool. You can get this, just hop to your Java, go click on the edition and select new snapshot, all of that fun stuff. Yeah, so yeah, we've got this village right here. Oh, this is interesting. The, like, rocky edge to this lake is really cool. And this, oh my goodness, look how deep this thing is. Wow, I'm really glitching out. Sorry, guys. All right, let's turn down that render distance right now. Like, okay, so this is normal render distance. And if you notice, so if I go down a little lower, like you'd normally be walking, if you notice, we now have a circle. Instead of a square being loaded all around us, it's a circle. So that's something that's been in Bedrock for a while that is now here in Java. And this is a deep little, it looks like a lake, but this thing is deep and really cool. Holy cow. Wow, okay, yeah, so this goes all over the place. Anyways, but so this is the lofty peaks. There has been a lot of updates to just Minecraft as a whole. But yeah, so this is the lofty peaks. It's really cool to see a village right in here, but we have had a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things added to 1.18 for this update. So added noise in caves and aquifers, added dripstone caves, underground biome, added the grove biome, the lofty peaks biome, the lush caves, underground biome, like meadows biome, snow-capped peaks biome, snowy slopes biome, snowy peaks biome, new ore distribution and larger ore veins, and overworld build and generation limits have been expanded, meaning you can build higher and go deeper now, which is awesome. Wow, okay, another village right here. Like, this is just such a cool biome. I love the lofty peaks. Like, when we update or get a new, which you cannot update an old world right now, they're still working on that, so don't try. Actually, it won't even let you. But wow, look at this village with this massive mountain, seeing it grown all the way, like there's even llamas in the village, but from all the way down here all the way up, these massive caves. Which, okay guys, I have a little thing for you. If you like the spyglass because you don't want to download Optifine for whatever reason, or you can't download it, spyglass is pretty nice, but these black edges are not so nice. All you have to do, go in to F1 mode. So, yeah, so you go into F1 mode. So you know how, like, when you hide all your stuff? Yeah, when you use the spyglass in F1 mode, you don't have those borders. So if you ever want to do it without Optifine, just go into F1 mode with the spyglass. As long as MomoChain doesn't snip that at any point, yeah, you got it. That's honestly, like, I just found that out the other day when I was messing around with stuff, and super cool. gonna use that a lot, especially when I start new projects and all that in a new world where Optifine does not exist yet. So, wow, oh wow, oh wow, I love these mountains. They're so cool. I've got to turn my render distance back up just a little bit to see just a little bit further. Anyways, guys, so block changes. We have the enchanting table. Now emits light. A light level of 11, sorry, to be exact. Which Bedrock Edition already had this, so it's just a parody for Java Edition now. This is a cool mountain. I think this is the Snowy Peaks. Anyways, so yeah. And then shears. Shears got a new use for all like cave-related vines. So if we just pop into here, if we go into the vines, this vine does not work for this. The Twisted and Weeping. And then if we go for glowberries, as well as a few others that are around. So let's see. If I go into the plants, I do not remember them now. This one. Those. Kelp. That's what it was. All right, and then if you grab your shears. So, when you're growing a twisted vine, which, oh, I can grow it on here. That's awesome. So normally you would have to put string on the top so that you didn't have it continue to grow. So it would, you could always just barely tell that there was string there. Just barely. So it was always kind of annoying, but you can now break that and right-click it. Right-click that plant, and it will not grow any further. The same goes for the weeping vines, the glowberry when it's in vine form, and kelp. You just right-click it, and it no longer will grow. So if we go into F3, over on the right-hand side, you've got this little thing that says age, underneath the twisted vine, and that states that it is at age 25. That one is obviously doesn't have an age, so we delete this one. Now that one's at age 1. We add another one, that's age 3, that's age 17, and it's just randomized until it gets to the top, whatever one. But when you use the shear and right-click it, it goes to 25, which is the max it can go. It can no longer grow, which is so nice. So you no longer have to have a string on top of these ones, which you couldn't do with kelp anyways, because obviously water would have just gotten rid of it. But now you can stop kelp from growing. There's a way to do that. That doesn't need a barrier block, which would, once again, get rid of water. These like crater, like this must be like a volcano basically. Like that's what that looks like. It's super cool. I really like it. Anyways, so yeah, I really like this addition that I can stop these, at least these 3 that I normally do, but now kelp too, without using string. I do wish they would bring that for regular vines, but it is what it is, and I will take what I can get with a little bit, right? Am I right? So yeah, the dripstone caves biome, pointed dripstone, all of that fun stuff, all over the place, small pools of water, stuff like that. In some places, you can find like large stalagmites and stalactites, like the columns and stuff like that. And then it contains more copper now. So if you need copper, you want to find one of those because you can get a lot more copper. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the dripstone caves, which is actually a pretty significant amount. The Grove biome has like a snowy terrain with the big spruce trees, powdered snow traps, all of that fun stuff. Make sure you wear the leather boots in the Grove biome. It tends to generate on a higher altitude, stuff like that, and it spawns wolves, rabbits, and foxes. So if you need those 3 animals for whatever reason, go there. I love this like more sharper cliff with a plateau. So much nicer. Like I really like that. The large ore veins are large, rare, and they're, as Mojang puts it, snake-like underground ore formations. So copper veins between 0 and 50 are mixed with granite. Iron veins form below -60 and -8 and are mixed with tuff. This is cool, this little like desert strip that cut through this landscape. Like, it's just cool to see because of how much has changed here. Anyways, so yeah, and that's the larger ore veins. The lofty peaks, dramatic, the jagged snow, and spawns goats. So that's exactly where we were. We just found a jungle. I never find a jungle unless unless I'm not using the world. That's okay. This is cool. This ravine is full. Interesting. Anyways, so the lush caves, so moss covers the floor, spore blossoms are now in the game again because they were technically taken out. This is a tiny jungle. Wow. Tiny jungle. Okay. Super tiny. Let's go down to the ground a little bit more. Oh, and my clouds are off, so if we just go into here and we do video settings, clouds, fancy, you'll notice they're up a lot higher because Mojang moved them up with the height of everything else. Anyways, I got lost again. My bad. Let's just pop right back over to the lush cave biome. Anyways, you know a little bit about it because we saw a lot of it in 1.17, but it contains clay, the drip leaf, all of that, the azalea bushes, flowering and non, and then the azalea tree is what you need to find above it, and then dig down and you'll find it. So if we just go locate biome and then go lush caves up, and then let's just teleport really quick. Lush cave. So actually this is interesting. The lush cave is okay, so it's underneath this, which I wonder if we were just by this area. I don't think so. Yeah, we were. This is literally the mountain we were just next to. That's the water pouring. Yeah. Okay. So I have not seen a lush cave that's open to the sky, but it is cool. So clay, so any of you brick builders, I like brick too. Yeah, one of Mojang's developers was playing the game, realized clay was insanely difficult to get to, and they put it in the game more, which is really nice, and thank you. Oh, this is cool. So you have a ruined portal that spawned right here. Huh. Awesome. All right. So, lush caves, and yeah, we've got like the glowing berries, cave, and the cave vines is what they're called, but you have to plant them with the glow berries. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's now updated. The meadow biome, large grassy flowery biome, high up in plateaus next to large mountain ranges. So like, I don't know if this would be considered a meadow because it's not really flat, but it does flower. Maybe this is it, or maybe they're supposed to be up higher, but I do like how they've integrated the peaks and the dips, the valleys and such. So yeah, sometimes they'll have just one or two lone trees with a bee nest in it. And then it spawns donkeys, rabbits, and sheep, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, so a big change. Mob spawning, which is not what you think. So mobs now only spawn in places where the light level is 0. Yeah, 0. Meaning it has to be dark outside. No mobs can spawn unless it is dark. If you're down in a cave, no mobs can spawn unless it is dark. Meaning any torch that spawns in a mine shaft will make it so no mobs can spawn in the entire vicinity of that torch. It has to be 0. It used to be 7 or below, or 6 and below technically. I'm loving this. Calcite veins in these new hills. Oh, absolutely loving this. So now we have another place that we can get this calcite. Yeah. Once again, Distracted Tanner. I think this is the meadows, because there's no trees, and it's higher up in the mountains. So, anyways, once again. Yeah. Anyways, and then the, mob spawners, they can spawn all the way up to, level 11. So you have to completely spam torches now. So these are the, meadows biome up high in the mountains, no trees but tons of flowers, sometimes maybe one tree with a bee nest on it type of a thing. That's this. Okay, cool. I really like this village sitting up here. That's where I would build if this was my home. Yeah, ore distribution has changed once again. We expected it. We really did. Mojang stated, there is no longer a single Y level that is best for all ores you need to make trade-offs. So iron ore generates below 72, strong bias towards Y16. Iron ore also generates above Y112. With more iron, the higher you get. So iron, you're going to be wanting to look probably around Y16, which is pretty close to where we used to want to go for diamonds. Oh, wow, there's another village over there. Wow, so there's one there, and this is the outpost for all of them. Attack. So yeah, this is meadows biome. This is pretty. So if you want flowers, this is another place to get flowers. Especially if you want light gray dye, which I have been using in a new video coming out 100 days. I mean, what? Anyways, bad loot still. Yeah, didn't think they'd change it. But nice, pretty time to just sit and talk about copper. Yeah, copper generates between Y0 and Y96 with a strong bias towards 48. Direct quote from Mojang. So do 48 or find dripstone caves which have a very high spawn rate. So, there we go. It's daytime again. Let's go over to this taiga. Lapis, you're going to be wanting to dig around Y0. That's really, it's below 64, strong bias towards 0, below negative 32, and above Y32 cannot generate exposed to air. Whew. And it will either be buried or be in water. So that's going to be a tricky one to get a hold of if you're not digging in the right areas. Another village. Anyone that says villages are hard to find and not common, you're not looking in the right place. They are hard and uncommon sometimes, but not always. I really like this, because sometimes you do find a sandy beach with some snow. You just do. And there's an igloo, which I don't think has a basement. Well, it might. It might. Let's go check it out. Anyways, so coal above 0, Y96 and above is gonna be your best bet for it. It does. Interesting, but it is flooded. Even more interesting. Huh. Anyways, gold below Y32, negative 16 is going to be the place to look for. I really love this frozen river. This is cool. I would totally build here. Quartz. 1920, 1685. That's interesting how the water's looking interesting. Okay, I really like this area. Yeah, extra gold can still be found in the Badlands or Mesa, whichever one you prefer. That has not changed. Redstone between Y16 or below Y16, negative 32, and the further you go down, it increases more. Oh, that's a cool village. Slightly reminds me of the new hardcore coming out soon. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But not quite, because this is a totally different biome. This is really cool, though. I'm loving these new mountains with the villages on top, and this one fits perfectly. The taiga biome with the massive mountain, like, I mean, there's the chords again. Such a cool, oh, I might have to build in this world, honestly. Like, this is really cool. Diamonds below Y16. More diamonds, the lower you go. And they have a reduced air exposure. So you'll find more diamonds if you go underwater, and more diamonds if you go... Ooh, that looks like a volcano. And more diamonds if you start digging. Yeah, that's totally... we're looking at volcano territory here. That is cool. Like, someone get this world and build a volcano out of this. That is so cool. And another village. What is that? 6, 7 right now? Yeah. We have another one, which looks like it does have an underground. That is 2 for 2. Wow. And they've both been exposed. So Mojang needs to adjust these guys a little bit, push them in so they're not exposed like that. I think that would help. This is a nice village. I do love that one up on the mountain over there. Probably my favorite so far. Yeah, noise caves. They've got lots of noise, not necessarily loud. This is such... Okay, guys, sorry. This is such a cool biome because normally you don't see, like, solid frozen. Normally there's patches, like, over there where it's open water all over the place. But these solid rivers and lakes, I am loving. I want to build here, honestly. Like, oh my goodness, 1.18 is really stepping it up. Another really cool thing, so when lightning storms happen, flashing lights happen. So you can go into video settings and yeah, so lightning storms, you can go over into your options, go to accessibility settings, and hide lightning flashes to make it so it doesn't flash for you, because that can affect a lot of people. So yeah, that's a really nice thing. Really nice. You can adjust the audio, so where the audio from the game goes to, especially if you're recording, something along those lines. You can toggle the sprint and sneak. They're separate now. Oh, and now look what we've got. Ice spikes, so close. Oh my goodness. And keybinds are their own area. So, yeah. Back to some of the biomes though. Snow-capped peaks. They're the smoother mountain peaks with ice and snow, goats, and Yeti. No. That's Mojang's joke. They literally put that on their website. They said it spawns the goat and Yeti. No, actually just goats. That's a direct quote from their page. Wow, this is the tiniest ice spikes I have ever seen. That's literally what, one spike? That is the smallest, rarest biome ever. Like, oh, okay. The snowy slopes, they're very snowy. They can hide the powder snow, so wear your leather boots again. High altitude, and rabbits and goats. The stony peaks are stony mountain peaks that may be jagged or smooth. They spawn the goats and the calcite. So that is that biome we saw just a little while ago. World generation. Expanded up and down 64 blocks with a total building range of 384. That's awesome. So much more building. Underground features and structures will go all the way down to -64. They're not stopping. Like, they're going for it. They tweaked some size and positioning of like diorite, andesite, granite, that sort of stuff. They did like a lot of little things here and there. Less diorite, granite, andesite above Y60. And yeah, so, well, that's cool. And deep. Yeah, so there's so many new things that they've done. Changes, so the Illager, the Vindicator, Pillager, Evoker will no longer attack the baby villagers. They're nice to babies. They'll still kill the parents, but they're nice to baby. Another village. Wow, that's like 9 or something. Wow, okay. Axolotls. They spawn in lush caves exclusively. You can't find them anywhere else. And they have to have a pool of water, which we already knew, and stone above them. So it's actually quite a rare find. It might have to be considered a lush cave biome, but be slightly not, because most areas in lush caves don't have stone. So yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. I have never seen birch, but this is the edge. I was going to say I've never seen birch inside of this. And there's a tall birch. Wow, we have a lot of rare biomes in this world just flying around. Yeah, cloud levels we already talked about, which was the 128 is what they originally were. They went up to 192. So yeah. There's also another village. Wow, okay. There's also one other thing which I can't quite get access to. I'm not sure where to find it. Okay, this is such a cool village. I know I've said that on so many of them, but it's an island. Like, it's literally an island, and this is the only well, it might technically, it's got a slight connection there. This is the only like, to build on this? Like, this world, you could have so many bases in. So many spots that would be so cool to build. So, 3,100 and 223. So many things. Anyways, the Illager has its own, like, language. Yeah, kind of interesting, but really kind of cool as well. And so, there's a way you can find it, but I'm having trouble, so I apologize about that. But we might have to come build in some of these spots. Anyways, but yeah, so that's 1.18 snapshot of 1.18. So many things, like, the list is so long of their stuff. Like, it's insane. I've never... No, that's stone. Interesting. I haven't seen that with the jungle. Once again, small jungle biome. Crazy. But yeah, 1.18 snapshot 21w37a. Really, really cool snapshot. And a lot added. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, honestly, because I foresee the new snapshots that are going to be coming out from this point on probably going to be having, like, deep dark, and they're going to be having the warden maybe, as well as a few other things. I don't know, but I would stick around and I will see what I can find and come up with for you guys and get the lowdown on Mojang's new stuff. So definitely stick around and I will give you updates when I get them. So like I said, you can go and play this for yourself, no problem. Just go and select the newest snapshot on Java Edition. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I know it was a little bit of a longer snapshot, but so much to get through. there was so much stuff in this, and we flew around this world for literally less than 30 minutes, and so many things we found. So many. Like, and we're not that far. We're 3,000 blocks and 300 blocks from spawn. That's not far. Like, it really isn't. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, like I said, so that you can be the first. Click that bell. Then you'll be notified. And this is really funny to watch. Sorry, this iron golem was trying to catch a baby villager or baby zombie. That ain't gonna happen. Anyways, but hit that like and subscribe so that you can see the next video, because there's gonna be another one. There's gonna be, and it's gonna be great. 1.18 is just getting started, and I am so excited. Okay, guys, we'll see you guys the next time. Have a good one, and goodbye.